Welcome back. This is the 7th video in our Squeeze Setups onboarding video series. In our last video, we covered how the platform ranks and qualifies setups, the trend filter, the edge, and the confluence. In this video, I want to give you a higher level read on the market itself, the market regime, and what we call the market pulse. This is the crux and core of nearly everything we do when it comes to the markets. It's our compass. It helps us figure out which direction is the market tilting and do we want to be long or short? What bias would we like to have? Now, the market pulse sorts the environment into one of 4 different market stages, and it does this for all of the markets we support. That includes SPY, QQQ, DIA, and IWM down to specific tickers. Now, the 4 different market stages give you clues around what's to happen and what the current market regime is. The first market stage is acceleration. You'll see this market stage when the market is moving with force and trends are very much running. Bulls are in control, and this is a good time to put on longs. Very good time, because you'll typically see trends have momentum on their side. Now, number 2 is accumulation. Now, accumulation is an important market stage because context matters here. If you see accumulation on the back of, say, acceleration, that's typically a trend starting to lose a bit of steam, maybe starting to go into a bit of a quieter phase, where if you think this is a pullback opportunity, good time to add and take advantage of this quietness. On the flip side, if this is a mature trend and you're starting to see the market go from acceleration to accumulation, the next stage that we're likely to see is distribution. Distribution is where the market is now starting to enter this choppy mode, and typically after you see acceleration, accumulation, and then distribution, you're likely to then see deceleration next. And that's where the bears have full control. It's the opposite of accumulation. Now, how do you use all of this information? Well, one, I like to use it as my compass. It helps me figure out directionally which way I want to have a bias. We already talked about how the setup, the edge, the trend filters on the individual ticker, all of that give you a bias, but the market pulse gives you context around them. It helps you understand what is the broader market regime doing, and then it helps you answer the question, what is the market regime on this particular ticker as well? If we were to summarize everything one more time, 4 different market stages that we have that the market pulse classifies all of the markets in. We have acceleration, accumulation, distribution, and deceleration. The way to use this alongside squeezes is to bring this information together along with the moving averages to join squeezes in the direction of the trend and even take advantage of some of those places where we have a traditional market pulse setup. Traditional market pulse setup implies things like a trend reversal or a pullback to the market pulse line, and these are all things that are built natively inside of our platform. In the next video, I'll close out part 1 with the runner study, the data that explains why we don't sit around waiting for a perfect pullback before we get in. See you in the next video.